Hello everyone, welcome back. It's your boy Cyber Warrior. This is Cyber Warrior Studios, and we're here for Tech Tuesday. So, let's get into it. Today, we are once again going over social networking and securing it. Yes, I know, for all those waiting for me to get into some more cyber technical content, I apologize. You'll have to wait a little bit longer because this is some important information I got to get out there. So, saying that, we've already done Instagram and we've already done Facebook and we've done our email. Well, Gmail and Yahoo. Today we're doing Twitter. But before I get into that, in order to secure our accounts, Alright, these are hardware tokens. This one right here is called Yubico. This one here is Google Titan Key. They will work for your phones because they have NFC. They will work for computers, Mac, doesn't matter. You can use these as long as the browser will read it, which thankfully ours does. Today, we're going to be using this Yubico. So, without further ado, let's get into how we can secure and make sure our Twitter account is set up in the best possible way. Now, here we are. I'm already logged into this demo account that I created. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to more. We're going to go to settings and privacy. This is where it's going to get interesting. So I'm going to plug this in now, just so it's already in there. And we can deal with it in a second. So your account, you have your account information. You can change your password. You can have an archive of your data. TweetDeck, deactivate your account. Twitter Blue is a subscription service. I'm not going to get into that one. We're going to get into security and account access, and we'll touch on privacy and safety also. So for security and account access, what we want to do is we want to take a look at security. So if we go to security, there are different things that you can do. You can have two-factor authentication, which is what we're going to set up today. Or you can have additional password, and you can have additional password protection. So when you go to reset your password, you must provide either the phone number or email address associated with your account in order to reset that password. I would enable that if I were you, just for the sake of if somebody tries to reset your password or change it, they have to know the email address associated with your account. Now, unfortunately, if somebody's already in your account, they can already see all that information anyways. Just saying. Because if we go to your account information, actually, what do you know? You need your password to see it. So, but guess what? They're already in, which means they already have your password, so they can see it all. Just saying. So that's kind of a moot point. So, is it good? Yes. Is it really worthwhile? I guess it all depends on how they get in your account. But we're going to make sure that we lock this down as best as possible. So we're going to go into 2FA. Now, with 2FA, once again, text messages, authentication app, security key. Good, although I wouldn't recommend it, is text message. At least you're attempting to have 2FA. Authentication app, better. Unfortunately, there are some issues if you're moving phones, if you lose your phone, a lot of other things and ways around it. So let's go with best. Best is security key. Now again, this is not going to guarantee that nobody ever gets into your account. I want to reiterate that because some people think, if I do this, no one's ever going to get in. No, if you make a mistake, there are ways that they can still access your account, especially if you click on a link or do something you shouldn't do. There's ways. We're not going to discuss them, but there's ways. So this is just the hardest way for somebody to get in. They can't go in and log in with your password remotely and gain access. There's other ways. So let's do it this way though. Let's get into it. So we're gonna go to security key. I'm gonna say, okay, let's get started and let's add a key to this. All right. So it's gonna tell you log in with this random number. All right. Yep. That's what we want to set it up for. And now because I'm using the Yubico requires a PIN. So we're gonna put in our PIN that we created with it. And now you have to touch the key. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna touch. Again, it's not on a laptop. Apologize that I'm out of frame for a second. Security key name. We're just gonna call it YubiKey. All right, don't get locked out of your account if you lose your key. Good idea to have additional authentication method. I'll pass. But what you do want to do is you want to save the single-use backup codes, because if you ever do lose your key, you have the backup code. You can still log in, but it's a single use. But by doing that, you log in, turn off your 2FA. So we go in and we hit done. Yay! Now I have 2FA. So anybody else that wants to log into my account has to utilize that method. Now, One of the other methods we have, or one of the other things we can do, we can create one-time temporary passwords to use with third-party services. Excuse me, I'm a little parched. I personally don't do that, and I don't really connect these to third-party services, or at least I try to avoid it. Single-use backup codes, so you can log into Twitter if you don't have access to your 2FA. That's what you want, right? You want those backup codes so that if you lose your hardware token, you can get back in. But let's move along. So we've done that. Now let's go down to privacy and safety. Here's where it gets interesting. So here is where you look at what settings you have access to, or what people can see, all right? And who can follow you, who can't follow you, things of that nature. So if you go in and look at this, so protect your tweets. When selected, your tweets and other account information are only visible to the people who follow you. You can do that. Photo tagging. Anyone can tag you, or only people you follow, blah, blah, blah. Or you can turn off photo tagging altogether. Your tweets. Manage the information associated with it. Mark media you tweet as having material that may be sensitive. All right, if that's you. Content you see, you can go in and do all that fun jazz. Safety mode, manage auto blocks and preferences, mute and block, direct messages, who can, send you DMs. For people that have issues or are getting harassed, you can actually filter out who can DM you. Let's see, spaces, data sharing off Twitter, things of that nature. So a lot of stuff to look into, a lot of stuff that's worth looking into. Your notifications, accessibility, additional resources. Now, one of the things I did want to touch on in here, if I can find it, there it is. All right, apps and sessions, and then connected accounts. So if you go to apps and sessions, this is where you can see who is logged in, where you're logged into this account at, and if somebody is logged in as you. So this is something you want to be cognizant of, because if you go to connected apps, I don't have any, you may see some. If you go to sessions, shows where all the current sessions are. No, I'm not logging out of all my sessions right now. Account access history, you can go in, type in your password, or copy and paste it from a password manager. As we've discussed previously, please use a password manager. I don't care if it's KeePass, LastPass, Dashlane, 1Password. Please find one, use it. I am not here to tell you what's good or bad. I'm just telling you, well, as far as password managers go, I'm not critiquing them. I'm simply saying find one that you like and use it. But you go in, copy and paste it there. You can see all that stuff. And then we've already logged in devices and apps. We can see that. Connected accounts. If there were any connected accounts connected to this Twitter account, you can see it here and disable it. All right. Other than that, I know this was quick, but again, when it comes to this type of stuff, it's relatively quick and easy and painless to set up. So once again, get yourself a Yubico or Google Titan key. Make sure you're using those hardware tokens. If you can't afford one or can't get one, Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, I believe LastPass has an authenticator. I could be wrong. There's a few out there. Go out, get the authenticator apps, and use those. Otherwise, the links for Yubico and Google Titan Key will be in the description below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please, as always, comment below. Without further ado, though, it's been a pleasure having you here. Please share this video with all your friends and family so that they can do the same and secure their accounts. And I will ask of you, please like, comment, subscribe if you have not done so yet. And as always, if you want to support me, support the channel, support what we do here, all the ways that you can do that are in the description below, to include Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, Cash App, you name it. Merchandise like this amazing hoodie that I'm wearing right here, or the hat. You can find all that on my website. And I will see you all this Friday for Security Happy Hour. Yes, we are going live once again, as we do every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you all there.